The former Home Secretary issued the stark warning after a week when the security and safety of MPs was thrust to the forefront of debate. Suella Braverman has warned that Islamists, extremists and antisemites are now in charge of Britain, after a week that saw centuries-old Commons rules changed to avoid MPs being threatened over Gaza. Mrs. Braverman is the latest Tory voice to spell out the threat to institutions, traditions and security posed by extremist Islamists. She warns they have bullied the Labour Party, bullied out institutions, and now they have bullied our country into submission. The former Home Secretary also accuses political leaders of burying their heads in the sand, preferring the illusion of a successful multicultural society, and avoiding being labelled racist. In one of her most attention-grabbing pieces to date, Mrs. Braverman demands to know what happened to our great country, and what became of a respectful, welcoming Britain where faiths and races coexisted peacefully. She argues, "I remember that country, but it's not the Britain I see now." Sir Keir Starmer is mercilessly slammed as being responsible for one of the most shameful days of our democracy. Ms. Braverman accuses the Labour leader of effectively taking the Speaker hostage and bringing Parliament into disrepute. This is the behaviour of tyrants. Just imagine what Starmer would do as Prime Minister, Mrs. Braverman ominously warns. In a rallying cri de coeur, the top Tory MP emphatically says Britain cannot accept defeat, and says we need to find our courage. Among the to-do list set out by the former cabinet minister, Mrs. Braverman says protests must be policed better, campuses, mosques and councils need cleaning up. We need better integration. We must avoid sleepwalking into a ghettoized society, where freedom of expression is diluted.